So today we're here with Matthew Cudjoe. It's a pleasure to have you here to speak with you.
Me too.
Fantastic season that you just had, but you're back in Ghana. How has it been like? How does it feel like coming back to your roots whenever you go to Europe and play football?
Oh, it has been great, come back home, to see my dad, to see my mom, to see my brothers. It has been good, and coming back is good for me because I miss them so much, because I don't have my family over there. So they are here. So since when I'm here, I'm very happy to be back.
Would you say your family is the one thing that you miss the most when you go to Europe to play?
Yeah, 100%.
How do you cope without them?
Yeah, communicate on the phone, sometimes do video calls. But I wish, they were with me there.
Let's talk about settling in Scotland. I mean, life without your family, very young boy, you went there, I think, before 18, going to Scotland, Europe for the first time, straight from Ghana. How did it feel settling in? What were some of the challenges that you faced? How did you overcome all of that?
It was difficult, because I remember when I went with my dad, I got some injured, I went to play some game and I got injured, so I was a bit, worried. And after that, I think everything was, good for me.
Well, you've been with Dundee United for, I think, about 3 seasons now, where you've played in the top flight, you've come to the championship, and then you've gone back to the top flight. Is it a bit up and down? How do you summarize your time with Dundee?
Oh, it has been very, very great, very good club, good people and good, teammates, and, the coaches, everyone, have been good to me. And I really appreciate everything because that's my first, club playing in Europe. So it was, pressure, and it was an honor to be part of the team, to come back to Premiership again. So I'm very, very happy.
Well, you spoke about the fans in your message, your farewell message on social media. You spoke about how special the Dundee United fans are. Just give the Ghanaians out there or the people watching a sense of how passionate and how connected the fans are, especially in Scotland.
I mean, they have been very, good to me since, I went there because, they sing my name, so, and every time when I was on the pitch, they give me more motivation and, to do my best. And for me, I play for the fans because football is about, the fans, so it's most important for me. And I'm really, grateful to them, and you never know, in football, maybe I can go back one day. So I'm really grateful to them.
And for you personally, I think if you're looking at your numbers, last season was your best, where you started to really score goals and then provide assists. Would you say that it was part of the process, that the first 2 seasons you were familiarizing yourself in a new country, and your last season was when you had really settled and you started to play a lot more games, you started to score more goals?
Oh, I think so, because I think this season is, season for me, like I didn't do my best, but, I play like good, but not, the best. But like the most important thing to the team is, qualify for the Premiership, and, because last season was, up and down because we changed so many management, and I think that's, what happened. But this season has been good for me, to help the team to come back to the Premiership.
What would you say is probably your fondest memory, one of your favorite things to have happened at Dundee United that you carry along for the rest of your career?
I remember the goal I scored 95 minutes against Dunfermline because we are down 1 goal. So I think I remember that goal. That goal is special for me, and yeah.
Can you describe the goal further? Do you remember where you were? Who gave you the ball? When you got the ball, what was in your mind?
I think it was 95 minutes. So, like, when I missed the ball, the game is finished. So, I think one of our players, Kai Foniam, gave me the ball, So, I didn't think, too much when the ball come control and, finish.
Is that, just take me through that, is that like an instinct kind of thing? Is it like a player thing where you receive the ball, there are moments where you know that if I'm to shoot from this range, I'm most likely going to score? Or do you look around, assess your options and say, okay, I think a shot will be there? Or is it something that just comes to you naturally?
Oh yeah, I think so, because when the ball comes, I know where the ball is going. My dad knows, so I know where the ball is going. So when I control the ball, I just, shoot the ball, and it was a goal.
And, being at Dundee United, unfortunately, your time is up at the club. You said goodbye. But just a little bit of clarity. Was it a case of your contract expiring? Was there a chance for you to stay there? Just to make it clear to the fans out there.
Yeah, they gave me first contract when we start the season, but I didn't accept the contract, and the second they give me another contract, and this third, they offered me a contract. But Dundee United have been good to me, and I really appreciate it. But football, like, sometimes you have to move forward, go to another team, to experience how football is. So for me, like, I talked to my dad, and we make decision together. So the decision was like, I'm not accepting the contract. I want to go somewhere, to play games, to enjoy football. That's the most important, because I'm young. I have to enjoy football and show like people like what I can do.
And do you have a fair idea of what your next steps or what your future plans are at the moment?
Oh, that one I will leave it my dad, and my agent. I don't want to talk about anything yet. I think we are very soon.
And just briefly on the football culture in Scotland, you've played in Ghana, you've played in Scotland. What are some of the differences with how they play football, how they accept football, how they treat the sports, the fan culture, everything concerning the football environment?
Well, I think Europe, like you can see, like Europe football is like different from Ghana. I think they have everything. They have the facility. They have like everything to develop the player. And I think Ghana. I started my football in Ghana, so Ghana football is good. Like especially the Premier League, and is progressing. So yeah, it's good.
And as a player, there's always been, through your rising, there's always been some concern from some fans that they thought you're a bit small or you're a bit tiny and you're not strong enough. Have you heard that also?
Oh yeah.
What do you think about that? I mean, we've seen players like your ilk, like Lionel Messi, Shaqiri, players who are not so huge, but they're still able to play to the highest level, still, make it out there. What's the case for you? Is it a case that, does that also get to you when they say that, or you also believe that you do have enough talent to be able to override that?
Oh, for me, like, football is about, your mental, and I think it's about your skills. It's not about, how big you are, and it's not how, tall you are. So for me, I believe in myself. I know I'm small, but when I get the ball, I'm not small, So, and you can see Van Buena, those people like Lamte, he's small, but, he's playing, and he's playing Premier League. So it's not about the small, it's about how you can do with the ball. And without the ball. So that is the most important. People can't say what they want to say, but me, I believe in myself.
And just on that tangent of what fans do say, there's been a lot of talk about how fans seem to sometimes criticize players, and it becomes a bit of abuse. There's even the extent of people racially abusing some players after poor performances. Have you experienced anything like that? And from a football perspective, like you being a player or a victim, how does it feel? Because it's a subject that a lot of people are starting to talk about now.
Oh yeah, I have been, like, especially when I was playing Kotoko. When I leave Kotoko, there's so many, people are talking, But for me, like, I don't listen to them, because I do my thing, and I know, what I can do. Because what you write, it will not give me anything. So I think it's about myself, focus and do better, and, leave the rest to God.
And, you mentioned Asante Kotoko. Have you been following the club since you left?
Yeah, I've been following Kotoko 100%, because it's the club, I love, and the club, like, they give me the chance, to come, to people to see me, and so I've been following Kotoko, yeah.
I do remember that your performance in that Super Clash. you really stole the headlines that day. Well, you're still very young. You broke through a very long time ago. When you're playing in the Ghana Premier League and people were talking about you, I think you're about 16 or so. Being so young with so much expectation, people talking about you and all that. First of all, how did it feel? I mean, for a young person like yourself.
I feel good, because, like that's how football is, people talk about you and everything. But, now, like, I'm in Dundee because I play in Kotoko and now I'm in Dundee, so I'm very grateful, where I am.
Mm. And would you say that reaching such a high level at a young age brings some bit of pressure, because now everyone is trying to say, okay, what next for Matthew Cudjoe? Does that put some pressure on you a bit?
No, a lot. I get a lot of messages.
Yeah.
But no, like, I'm just, do my thing, praying to God, to give me the chance and, following my dad, what my dad would say. So there's no any pressure on me, no.
Mm. And, still breaking through, going through, because you don't often see a lot of like Ghanaian players move straight from the Ghana Premier League straight to Europe. As a young player, moving to Europe, playing there, how does it make you feel personally? And what is the difference? Because usually when you move after your 20s, you do have some experience, but here you literally just started playing professional, and then in like half a season you are in Europe. When things are moving fast like that, how do you slow it down for yourself?
I think it's hard working, and I do most like my personal training. So I think, and it's about your mentality and good people around you. Because if you have good people around you, you make it. So I think it's about my training and about my hard working, because if you don't work hard, you can't succeed. So I think it's my hard working and that, got me where I am today.
Oh, you still want to go far, and I'm sure there are players that you look to. They used to compare you to Messi when you were in Ghana. Is he someone that you like, or did the name just come out of nowhere?
Oh yeah, I like Messi. Messi is my idol, but now I want to, use my name, create my name. So now my name is Matthew Anim Cudjoe. So yeah.
And I mean, growing up, you had the pleasure of playing for Ghana's under-20. You're part of the team that won the AFCON. Do you remember that experience? And it's been years after that. Are you still in touch with some of the teammates that you had there? How does it feel now looking back?
Oh, it has been like good, because that was my first, like tournament, playing AFCON under-20, and I think we have a great, players like Fatau, so many players, they travel, and yeah, we keep in touch. And I meet Fatau, in Ghana, so we have some talk, and I think he's doing very well for himself, and I'm happy for him.
Mm. And for yourself, are you also looking at making a return to, these national teams are under 20, under 23, and maybe in future the Black Stars as well? Is that something that's on your mind that you're working towards as well?
Oh yeah, I want to play for Black Stars. It's a dream, when I start Kotoko, like I say it on an interview. But I think, it's a time, when your time comes, it comes. So I'm working on it, and I think the time will come very soon. And I know Ghana people know how good I am, and they should give me one chance, and yeah, they will see it.
Mm. And for yourself, is there a target that you've set, like specifically, like maybe by this year I should be in the national team, or is it a case as you're working hard and as and when the opportunity comes?
Yeah, this year I have to be in the national team, of course, 100%, and I believe in myself, and I know, yeah, it will come, because it's about hard working, and it's about your team you play in, and the coach, when the coach give you, game time, and, doing well, scoring goals, all is part for the national team. It's not about, like, you are not playing, yeah. So I think, this year, people will see me in the national team, and when they see me, they will see someone else. They will see Messi in me, so yeah.
And for the position that you're trying to get into a national team, I think it's probably one of our most stacked. We have quite a number of wingers. Is that a challenge that you're relishing? The fact that like we have a lot of talented players, especially at the wings.
Oh yeah, but you know, me, I'm a winger, but I can play number 10. So, and when I get the ball, you know, I just go straight forward, like you know how Messi, you know, does. So, for me, it's not a pressure for me. You know, they should give me the chance. You know, just one chance, friendly game, and yeah, they will see. I'm not talking too much, but I believe you know what I can do on the pitch. It's not. I'm talking too much. So.
And in about 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 years from now, when they mention your name, what should come into the minds of people? Where should you be around there? I mean, when you're setting targets for yourself?
Oh yeah, now I'm just you know focusing on myself and you know leave the rest to God because I'm not in Dundee now, so focus on myself and to see what you know it will come next, and yeah, we take it from there.
All right, Matthew. Wishing you all the best, and thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.